look out my window, many sights to see. And when I look in my window, so many different people to be, that it's strange, so strange. You got to pick up every stitch.
And how's Elizabeth? You know, your sort of consort, because don't you guys go off on safari together or something like that? Yeah, pretty cool.
Did you have a banana for breakfast?
Banana split.
Must be the season of the witch, yeah. Must be the season of the witch. When I look over my shoulder, what do you think I see? Summer cat looking over his shoulder at me, and he's strange, sure is strange. You got to pick up every stitch. You got to pick up every stitch, yeah. Beatniks out to make it rich. Oh no. Must be the season of the witch. Must be the season of the witch, yeah. Must be the season of the witch. You got to pick up every stitch. The rabbits running in the ditch. Beatniks out to make it rich. Oh no.
Marvelous. Google it, you know, and it was built in 1890 in Providence, Rhode Island.
Still can be used.
And, you know, and here it is.
Don't have
And
to carry
so
it
you
anymore.
might say, well, why? And there are only two reasons I can come up with. Maybe it's a hunting camp, but then how do you get the stove here?
Yeah.
And maybe more likely it's a logging camp.
Oh.
And so, of course, in 1900, you've got horses to help you log, and the horses can bring the stove in. And an old neighbor of John's and mine, Ethan Tolman, I was talking about this with him, and I said, of course, the loggers wanted to come in when it was cold to warm their hands. And he said, no. The stove is for heating metal wedges, because if it's really cold outside and you've made a hole in a tree with a saw, and you want to put a wedge in, if the tree is cold and the wedge is cold, the wedge pops back out again.
Wow.
But if the wedge is heated, it'll stay and you can make it work. Now, I don't think Ethan made that up, but I'm buying it.
Sounds good. Yes.
One thing we're going to hit a stone wall up here. And we're pretty high, we're almost 18 minutes. But you see stone walls all over the place. And they run in these woods 10 degrees east of north and the appropriate around the compass in 90-degree increments. And the reason that is that when the town was laid out, surveyed and laid out in the original lots, the lots were 160 rods north to south and 104 rods east to west. And that divided the town, and they divided the town into quarters, and each of those quarters into those lots. And so you'll find all through the woods, when you walk along a place like this, take out the compass on your phone, take a bearing, it'll be 10 degrees off some cardinal point, like east or west or south. And that's because, the foundational story is that when this part of New Hampshire was granted in 1623, the deed from the king said that there's going to be a piece of land between the Merrimack and Pascagoula rivers, 60 miles out, and in a perfect arc from the city of Portsmouth, which is in between. And so you think about that, that's one way to describe a piece of land. But when you get out to the end, you've got a curve. And we all like straight boundaries. So when you get to Nelson is the very western end of the grant. And when you get down to the Massachusetts border, you haven't hit the river yet. And so it goes like this. To keep the arc, a bunch of chords through the arc, so that Keene, the boundary between Keene and Nelson, Roxbury wasn't there then, can be a straight line. And when you get up to Stoddard, it's 17 degrees east of north. And when you get up to Washington, it's 23 degrees east of north. And up in there's a place called Windsor, which is a gore. It's a triangular piece of land that was meant to even it all out.
You got to pick up every stitch, yeah. Beatniks out to make it rich. Oh no. Well, I ain't superstitious, like I just crossed my trail. Well, I ain't superstitious, like I just crossed my trail. World don't swing.
There's a new view just made of Mount Kearsarge. Do you see it? There's a nice view of Monadnock. Do you see it?
Hanging itches, I got money for sure. When my right hand itches, I got money for sure. When my left eye jones, somebody got to go. All right. When the dogs begin to howl, folks get quiet in the neighborhood. When the dogs begin to howl, folks get quiet in the neighborhood. Well, that's a true sign of death, and you know that ain't no good.
Eloise and the big yellow birch.